The other thing I want to point out before you keep telling me this part here is, so from what you've told me, at this point, probably a year or two ago, you're about 12 years into your boxing training journey, right?
Yep.
People, this shit doesn't happen overnight.
No,
it doesn't.
Not.
You know what I mean?
No.
It takes a lot of hard work, a lot of long hours, long days, long weeks, long years.
Sleepless nights.
You know?
Pandemics.
That's part of being successful, is putting in the work for a long time without necessarily seeing the results immediately.
That's right.
Right? It's like, I try to tell that to some of the younger guys here that get going. I'm like, listen, you're not going to see it overnight. It's not going to be in a week or in a month or maybe not even a year.
Right.
It's like, but you just need to commit.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
You know?
You got to commit.
Yep. Commit.
Right.
And then you can have confidence in yourself, knowing that I'm putting in the activity.
Yeah.
I'm putting in the activity. I'm putting in the work. It's gonna pop at some point, and then it does. So I just wanted to bring that up because I think that's so important. Because a lot of times people think that, some young guy who likes boxing might say, "I want to go open up my own gym."
Yeah.
All right. Well, relax.
Calm down.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need some experience. You need, get excellent at each piece of it along the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, all right. So you're at that point now. You guys talking about getting the franchise going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we, we're starting to look for.
Talk started in 2019.
Yeah. Yeah. We got our official approval from the board that we could open up. Yep. At that point, I'm going to be the first trainer to do this.
Yep.
So out of like our group, we had 25, 30 trainers. So like I told, and the thing is that you tell your friends and your coworkers like I'm doing this, and they're like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Nobody believes it.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna. And then she's like, she's like, stop. She's like, stop talking about it, and like let's just do this. So then, right? So I was like, all right, because when I get excited, I just talk. I'm like, because you think people are going to be happy, you know?
Yeah.
So, we keep going, and then we're starting to look for spots.
Yep.
So we're like, Woburn, Burlington, like we're always North Shore people.
For the most part.
Born and raised.
Yep.
And then we just like found Salem.
Yeah.
And we loved, like she has family in Salem.
Yep.
Yeah.
But like
so I know the area.
The New Hampshire community and just like how it is.
It's a great area.
It's such a great area.
Yeah.
So when we were doing a
really
little bit of, research on the demographic up here, because all of a sudden I started seeing that for what they wanted to charge for such a small space in the new developments in Woburn, Mass,
Oh, it's
I was like,
crazy.
this is out of control, and you're not even giving me a lot of space.
No.
So I started broadening the search a little bit, and I was like, bored, and then George was like, just peek at New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Just take a peek, because I was looking northern Mass, North Andover, whatever.
Well, so many Massachusetts people, because I grew up one of them, was like afraid to jump over the border. Like you're not going to Canada.
I know.
You're going 10 miles north into New Hampshire.
Right.
You know?
People
Literally
here,
right over the border.
Yeah, people here in New Hampshire, and they're like, what?
Yeah.
Like, you know, they're thinking Northwoods Law. And
Right.
That's
You know?
exactly
So
right.
it's like,
So George said, check out Salem.
Yeah, he was like, just take a peek at it.
Yep.
So we start we're looking around, and all of a sudden our realtor that we were working with was like, I happen to have an old mattress firm for lease.
Yeah.
And I was like, mattress firm?
Yeah.
And he was like, just look at it. We walk in right on South Broadway, next to the T-Bones.
Yep.
I see this huge parking lot. I'm like, score.
Yeah,
we
great
came from
parking.
the city with no parking.
Right.
It was everybody fended for themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness. And then we go in, and it was like dropped ceiling and walls, and I was like, knock these out, knock that out. This is it.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember we walked in, and we were like, this is
but the other
it.
sign was the landlord, right? Grew up with
My
Christina,
cousins,
like
who
with
were from
Christina's
Salem.
cousins. Yeah. So it was like
Wild.
when we met with them, we're like, oh, we didn't know this was yours.
Yeah.
And like it just like was like meant to be.
Yeah, so our space was actually 2 units that he was renting individually, and we were like, we want them both.
Right.
We knew.
Yeah.
What was the other one? It was mattress firm. What was the other?
And right behind it was a small office space, so it literally was unit C and D. I don't know what the small office was, but they
I don't know
both
what it
had
Oh, well, like
gone
in the
up.
back?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
gotcha. So it wasn't
Yeah.
one of the storefronts.
No, it was in
I
the back.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And someone was just using it as whatever, temp office space. So
Yeah.
we took it both, and I remember like the bathrooms were to the right. We were like, nope, bathroom's got to be to the left.
Yep.
And the landlord was like, why? Like, we were like, trust us.
Yeah.
And the whole, like the flow of the gym, when you come in, you'll see you just go.
Well, you had a good vision.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you need. You know, I was going to ask you before you started talking about that was, at that point, how many franchises were there?
None.
None, right?
We were
you
first.
guys.
No. So so there was 12 locations at the time when we first franchised.
Yep.
3 of them were owned by corporate. The other ones were owned by like people in Atlanta. It was Kentucky.
Okay.
But we were the first, people that were within the circle.
Within the company
Right.
that went out and opened your own.
Right.
type
New
thing.
England.
Right. The
Right.
other
That's awesome.
the other locations that, in Atlanta, Kentucky, all those other spots, they were people that, were in fitness that just loved the brand.
Yep,
And
investors that came in
and they they franchised and they got their own team.
Yeah.
And but we were like the first out of like the family to like do it.
And that's like the best way for it to grow. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because you guys already have a vested interest in it. You want to see it do well. You
Right.
know it can do well from coming from that location.
Right.
Yeah.
In Boston.
Well, the thing was that we could have easily did our own thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Just open up your own gym.
But we just
Right.
But we just believe I helped grow the brand.
Yeah.
And I got it to where it was, and like I felt like it was I was part owner.
Yeah.
Even though I wasn't, I was acted as if I was like this was mine.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
we aligned with the values of the brand.
Right.
So that's when we were like, why start something? Why reinvent the wheel?
Yep.
We believe in this brand.
Right.
Let's take it and make it ours.
Talk about the brand a little bit. Like talk to that. When you said you believe in the values of the brand and what it's all about.
So one of my favorite lines of the brand
Yeah.
is, we are the grit of a boxing studio,
Okay.
but we are the luxury of a boutique studio.
Love it. Right.
So you come in, we are full service, right? Where, you guys seen the space. It's black on black, the graffiti walls,
Yep.
Full service showers, towel service, full amenities.
Love it.
And then you get in, but you still throw in your gear, get in the ring, and get punched in the face.
Right.
if you want,
Which is awesome.
If you want.
Not
yes.
everybody has to
Don't
get
get
punched in the
scared.
face.
Yeah.
So tell me, all right, so you guys go to the space in Salem. You
Yeah.
told me before we started recording before that you changed the layout a bunch of times, you drew it out and
Bunch of times.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So it was basically like we had this blank canvas, and
Yeah.
I've been in the business now going on 13 years,
Yeah.
and I was like I knew what I wanted. So like I got a lot of pushback from because there's corporate,
Yep.
right? And sometimes in corporate, there's people that have never done this.
Right.
So, I'm not talking to you.
Right.
I'm talking to George.
Yeah.
Right? Like somebody to me, it's like, I think it helps that I went through the front desk and
Yep.
I went through all the
Yep.
steps. Right.
So
and
important.
I knew what worked. Like I went to Seaport, I went to New York, I went to Philly, everybody fights. And I
Went to
saw,
Chicago.
I went to Chicago.
Yep.
And I was like, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. And I just knew the
Yep.
feel and the vibe of what I wanted. And then George was behind us 100% and was like, all right, let's make this work.
Awesome.
And it was, we finally, after a lot of design, and we had a great team as far as
best team.
architects and, the construction crew and.
Oh my God, the greatest.
Yeah. So all those guys helped a lot. We had a great team,
Yeah.
a lot of help. Which was
How
good.
long did the process take from when you found the space, and you said this is the space, to when you opened the doors?
So
We found the space October 2019.
Yep.
Yep.
Started with the architect right away
All right. So
and started building it out. And we probably didn't.
Well, because remember, we signed the lease in January, and then the pandemic hit in March.
Right.
So we were supposed to open in March.
Great.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So construction was.
Can I erase that signature?
Yeah,
real quick?
right.
Right. Can I change the date?
Yeah. So construction was supposed to start January, February, and then we were like, what do we? And they did. They went in and did demo.
Yeah.
And then the world shut down.
Yeah.
And then we were like, let's just slow it down.
Yeah.
You don't need all your workers on site today.
Right, right.
Let's pace it out.
Good thing you opened in New Hampshire.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my
Huge.
God.
In all seriousness, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
This thing
Well,
about
back
doing
to doing
Massachusetts
the
would have been
research.
opening, a week ago?
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Right?
True. Yeah.
Seriously.
Because the workers.
love it here.
Yeah, because the construction guys didn't have to stop.
Right.
They could keep going.
Yep.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But back to doing a little bit of
Yeah.
research when we got into Salem. So first I was like, all right, we love the space. And now I'm like, all right, well, what else is going to happen? And that's when we learned about Tuscan Village.
Yeah.
And what we were looking for to bring it to the suburbs was to bring this brand to the suburbs, because
Yep.
was in Northern Mass, there was nothing like this. Was the residential area,
Yep.
the suburban area,
Yep.
that wanted a little bit of that urban city flair.
Absolutely.
And when we learned that Tuscan was coming, it was like, this is a no-brainer.
Oh,
we
yeah.
have to do it here.
Plus, this whole area is just growing so
Oh, yeah.
much.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, and so many people have moved out of the city, or really inside $128.95 up this way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because what you could get for your money for the longest time,
Right.
now it's just as expensive up here. But
Right.
right now.
Yeah.
Right.
But a lot of people have migrated up this way. So which is great for any business owners opening up in the area.
We actually have members that used to take my classes 10 years ago in the city that moved up
That
here,
now
and they're
moved
like,
up here.
I'm so happy you're here.
Yeah.
Like, it just worked out.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah. So construction's going. It's what, January, February, March?
Then we start demo.
Yep.
She's pregnant.
And then,
Oh yeah, on top of that.
Yep,
Right?
yep. And we haven't even announced to anybody yet. So we're like signing contracts, writing checks, and I have morning sickness.
Oh my God.
I was actually all day sickness. And so then comes March and everything shuts down, but we didn't think, just probably like everybody else, we thought, we'll shut down for a few weeks.
Oh yeah.
So let's pause for a couple weeks and then we'll resume.
Yep.
And then it literally turned into, what are we doing? What's going to happen?
Right.
And our March date went to April, and then in April it was TBD, and then we just said, let's finish construction. Let's get ready for June.
Yeah.
So we were ready to open our doors in June, and that's exactly when New Hampshire actually reopened.
Right.
So it was
last
timing was
June.
perfect.
Yeah.
But Chris and I decided to wait.
Yep.
We wanted to kind of see it play out.
Well, especially where it's not like you're reopening.
Right.
We're opening.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're gonna have other shit to figure out.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
just working through the kinks, getting the place going.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's throw a pandemic in there too.
Yeah.
So we did our soft opening the first week of July.
Okay.
And then the way that we introduced ourselves to the community was through it was actually through a charity event.
Yep.
That was in honor of Chris's dad who passed away.
Oh, okay.
May of 2020.
Yeah.
What was the event? What do you guys
Punch
do
for
for your dad?
Punch for Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was Ryan Roach who runs that. We partnered. We're still partners with him. We're going to do it again August
7th.
Yeah. So
What are you doing?
So it's going to be a charity. It's going to be August 7th. We're going to raise money again for Parkinson's awareness.
Yep.
And it's just a great cause as far as.
So
What's the event?
What we'll do, it's at the gym.
Okay.
And Chris will teach it'll be two classes.
Yep.
It'll be a 60-minute class, but a 30-30.
Yep.
So you'll get a taste of our 30-minute train class, which is the circuit that is on our main floor around the ring.
Yep.
And then a 30-minute boxing class.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
And every single, the tickets that quote unquote that you buy is actually your donation to the charity.
Okay.
So all of our proceeds go to the charity. We will have vendors there. We'll have live music.
Yep.
100% of the proceeds go to Punch for
And,
Parkinson's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
talk
well-
to us. Let's afterwards or whatever. Let's talk about it. We'll definitely
Awesome. That'd
donate.
be
And,
great.
if
Yeah,
we
we
can
have-
help out in any way, we'd love to.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, we have local vendors like Juicelicious is going to be
Juicelicious,
there.
Love and Flower, who's our
Ivy
neighbor.
League is actually opening up. She actually has a spot in the Seaport and now is opening up in Salem.
And what is it?
It's called Ivy League.
What is that?
And so they do like the IVs.
Oh,
IV therapy,
yes.
Yeah.
Like the cryo machines
Yep.
and stuff like that. So
Oh, that's cool.
The
Yeah,
M
there.
sculpt, all that stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's pretty.
Botox
Yeah, right on
filters,
Broadway.
the works.
That's
Right on
awesome.
Broadway, yeah.
She's going to be opening right on South Broadway. Yeah.
Wow, definitely. But let's talk more about that event. We'd love to be a part of it and,
Awesome.
and donate whatever we can.
Yeah, I love that.
So that was how you were kind of.
That's how we
Kicking off.
that's how we introduced ourselves
Yep.
to the community.
I like
We
that.
were not allowed to do a ribbon cutting because the world was just
Right.
still kind of in this weird spot. So what we did was we could only have 10 people in each class.
Yeah.
So we had to run five classes
back to back.
Well, we gave a buffer because we sprayed down the room after every class.
Right. And are you running all of them?
Chris
No,
was running.
I ran 3 out of 5.
He ran 3 out of the 5. We actually had some staff pop in. They
Yeah.
were amazing.
Yeah.
And then we sold out the event.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We
That's
sold out the
awesome.
event. There was 50 tickets to sell. We
Yep.
sold out the event. And the people that came and the people who didn't even come but still supported, we raised over $6,000
That's
for the
great.
charity.
Yeah. Good for you.
In
That's
a
awesome.
brand new territory.
Right. Yeah.
Which was like, we were
Where you
blown
didn't
away
know a
by
whole
it.
lot of people.
Right.
You were just
No.
kind of getting in and getting going. That's
it.
great.
That's
Yep.
it.
That is
so
awesome.
we are
Yeah.
so excited to run it again this year. We're going to revamp the class a little bit because we only did boxing because we could only have 10 people in the gym at that time.
Right.
Yeah.
So now we can play and have some more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we have to figure out the real flow. Like
Right.
Yeah.
before last year, we set the event up because of the guidelines.
Sure.
Now
Right.
we're open to do what we want.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can have a lot more people in there. You
Right.
can have it
Right.
really
Raise more
really
money.
screaming. That's
you know?
awesome.
Yeah,
Right.
So
yeah.
well, that's great. So that was
Yes.
when you first kicked open. That was what,
Yeah.
last August you said?
That
August?
was July
July
15th,
July 15th.
July 15th.
2020. That
Okay.
was our, yeah.